But can belief in divine intervention actually help medicine heal us today? Tom Renfro is familiar with the cliche, the miracle of modern medicine, because he's a practicing physician. But he also believes in divine miracles, and that one happened to him.
It was 18 years ago that I stood there to give thanks to God for healing me. And what I told you at that time was you are looking at a true miracle of God.
The hunt for miracle stories has brought Indiana University scholar Candy Gunter Brown to Norton, Virginia, to meet Tom. She's studying whether faith and prayer can actually improve medical outcomes.
The question that really interests me is what happens when people pray for healing?
Well, Candy, it was in 1996, in the fall of that year, that I found a nodule on the back of my neck. Later on that fall, I found more nodules under my arm, and I sought medical attention, and the biopsy under my arm showed that I had an unusual form of lymphoma called mantle cell lymphoma. The prognosis was very poor, and they gave me months to live and basically told me, enjoy what time you have left. And the goal is to hopefully keep me alive through Christmas. I was a physician. I knew the objective evidence that was there. I was in multi-organ failure. I had a disease that there was no medicine or cure for that would wipe this disease out. Instead of despair, the Lord wants us to remember, I have brought you all this way. I'm not going to leave you here by yourself.
Did you have medical treatments?
No, I did not have medical treatments, not at that time. The tumors continued to progress, and as they progressed, the people came together more and more intense with prayer. Our pastor organized a weekend prayer to where people would come and pray, perhaps even all night, and it was a remarkable time. By now, the tumors were the size of apples on my neck. My arms stuck out because of the massive adenopathy under my arms. My abdomen was expanding. I was dying. The Lord actually spoke to me and said, now's the time to go to the hospital.
Chemotherapy typically only delays the progress of mantle cell lymphoma. It's not a cure.
So they started an infusion, and it was like the rock that David threw at Goliath. Before the infusion even completed, there was something that changed in me physically. The tumors, they became like a Nerf ball, like a sponge, and very soft. And they started disappearing in front of your eyes. And all this massive adenopathy just disappeared over the next 24, 48 hours. It was gone.
Do you ever wonder, did the chemotherapy just work better than the doctors expected it to work?
The chemotherapy, it wasn't designed to cure. No one expected the tumors to utterly start disappearing or melting. I should have died multiple times during this illness, from pulmonary embolisms, from pneumonia, from renal failure. But I had faith. I had people that poured their words into me to encourage me. And I believe through that God intervened and healed me. And here we are, 18 years later, me talking to you. To me, that is a miracle. That is a miracle that I'm here.
Why did Tom Renfro survive when so many people who pray for healing don't make it? Tom believes the power of his faith and that of the people around him helped the chemotherapy achieve the impossible. It strikes me that much of what we call miraculous starts right here. in the mind. We close our eyes in prayer, don't we? And I think that's because the goal is to focus the mind, to transcend the distractions of everyday life, to set our minds to achieve what at first we might fear is impossible.